Mila, who was Lakshmana. I remember them in the characters which they played in the Ashadi. And there's Jatayu Moksha, Jay Mehta. Then there is Gauri here. Then there is Hushena and Sushena, the twins. We have so many boys here, Ekant, and a lot of others who are there. Shreya, the dentist, Shruti is also somewhere around. Ah, there she is. The first thing that is so spectacular about Bal Vikas, I want you to think, what is that spectacular thing about Bal Vikas you still remember today? Anybody can answer. What is that spectacular thing about Bal Vikas which you learned in a 9-year program, which you still practice today? Shivani, Deepali, all of you are there. I can see your faces now as the camera. Can you tell me who remembers something of Bal Vikas? Yes? I'm not going to fall to it. I'm scared I'm going to fall. Yes, anybody can remember? Where's Shreya?
Yes.
Shreya? Where's Shreya? Outside. Shruti, can you remember? One thing spectacular about Bal Vikas? Yes, the ring of protection. How many of you do the ring of protection? How many of you do it before you leave your home in the morning? Yes? That's good that you remember about the ring of protection. I have been telling my Bal Vikas children and everybody who comes under my fold that before you leave your home in the morning, remember it's Bombay. Anything can happen between the time you leave home in the morning and come back at night. So just for 1 minute, close your eyes and do the ring of protection. Swami, be with me. Swami, be with my parents. Swami, be with my teacher. Whoever you want to send the blessings to, and then leave home. And many of the children do it because it's so quick and so spontaneous, it becomes a habit. And that is what Bal Vikas is at. Bal Vikas wants to cultivate good habits in children because habits are secondary to character. So let's start today, and since there are so many Bal Vikas children here who are alumni, let's relive our Bal Vikas class. How did we begin our Bal Vikas class? Anybody remember?
Finally.
5 shlokas. So let's do the 5 shlokas.
The problem is connectivity बहुत poor है.
Omkaram bindu sayuktam nityam kamadam mokshanam chaiva vakratunda mahakala
but frames drop हो रहे हैं. ठीक है.
Guru Brahma.
हाँ भैया हमारा टाइम लगे
Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Ya Kunte Nutushara Bharata Ya Shubra Vastrata Ya Veena Varatantra Mandita Karana Ya Sheta Padmasana Ya Brahma Chuta Shankara Prabhudivi Devai Sada Vandita Samam Bhadu Saraswati Bhagavati Vishesha Jagrasa Om Sehna Bhavatu Sehna Bhunatu Sahaviryam Karavati Tejasvinavati Ma remember what you learned at the age of 5 or 6, and this will always be in your memory for all times to come. And then what else did we do in Bal Vikas? What else did we do in Bal Vikas?
Hello.
We had stories, and we heard lots of them today. And one story, real story, is what Sainam Iyer had to face. When he was a little boy, smaller than that, he was singing. And Swami called Manish uncle and said, "Isko chance do. Give him chance." So today, that story is being relived, and we are giving him a chance to sing before all of us. Sainam, would you stand up for all to sing? So you'll be hearing him sing today. So that's a beautiful story about how Swami identified talent years ago. And then what else did we do in Bal Vikas? Bhajan or songs. You heard so many. Jab se maine sai paya, mera jeevan badal badal gaya. Jab se maine mera jeevan badal badal gaya. इस जहां की बुराइयों से इस जहां की बुराइयों से जब से दिल मेरा मेरा जीवन बदल बदल गया तब से दिल मेरा मन मेरी काया मेरा जीवन बदल बदल गया सत्य धर्म शांति सेवा तब से दिल मेरा मन मेरी काया मेरा जीवन बदल बदल गया तब से दिल मेरा मन मेरी काया मेरा जीवन बदल बदल गया. And one more thing which we have done and which I always tell you, that you must start the day with the 3 S's of Sri Satya Sai Seva Organization. The 3 S's of Sri Satya Sai then launch into Seva are silent sitting, self-study and self-audit. So first of all, we have to start the day with silent. And we have a 2-minute example, a little journey of meditation, which you have done in your Bal Vikas, whether you are doing it now or not. But again, to recap the past, we have a demo of the meditation. So can we have the comfortably? Don't touch one another. Look at the light, the flame in front of your eyes. And if you can visualize that in the region between your eyebrows, close your eyes. And slowly pray to the Lord Almighty. Om Shri Sai Ram. Om Shri Sai Ram. Om Shri Om Shri Sai Ram. Om Shri Sai Ram. Sai Ram. 9 times. Om Shri Sai. Last time. Om Shri Sai Ram. Imagine the beautiful flame traveling to every part of your body, from the region between the eyebrows to the windows of your face, the eyes. These eyes are sanctified by divine light. They will only see good. Let the light move on to the ears and the nose, the tongue nose, the tongue, get purified with divine light. Take that light to the region of your throat and the chest, onto your right hand, across the chest to the left hand. These hands have become holy. These hands will do God's work. Hands that help are holier than lips that pray. Slowly, let the light move down the abdomen and stomach region, cleansing you of all disease. If the stomach is healthy, your health will improve. Slowly, take the light down the legs, right leg and left leg. These feet will tread the path of Dharma. Take the light up the back, the spinal column, onto the head again. Bring it to the region of your eyebrows and straight take it to your heart. In the heart, the light is kept burning. See Bhagwan seated in your heart and pray to him, "Oh Baba, make me thy child true and pure. Help me to be kind and loving, sincere and forgiving." Let that light encompass your parents, mother and father, grandparents, uncles and aunts, neighbors, teachers at school and at home, friends. Slowly let that light spread out in widening circles to encompass the whole area in which you live, the locality, the state, the nation, the world. Imagine every bird, every flower, every animal, every aspect of his creation bathing in that light. Let all be happy. Let all be healthy. Let there be peace, peace, and peace. Bring that light back and let it rest in your heart for the next 24 hours. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Slowly open your eyes and can maintain the silence to the next program. Jai Sai Ram.
अरे हाँ वीटी वाली हो ना डायरेक्ट कैंसिल हो गया है चेंजेस हम होता है
Sairam everyone, as we move segment, there's also a request for us to participate in some digital seva because we all have very very special partners in our lives. They're called our mobile phones. Right? So do like and follow. We have like Bhagwan, even the mission has gone omnipresent through various social media and the internet. So request you all to look at certain profiles, like the FB profile is fb.com/SSSOMG. That's Satisai Organization Maharashtra and Goa. Then we have a YouTube channel. We're also on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is twitter.com/SSSO_MAH_Goa. Similarly, we have an Instagram ID as well. And for Bal Vikas Mumbai Metro Region, we have a Facebook page, fb.com/SSS Bal Vikas MMR. So please go to these pages, like, share, subscribe for the YouTube page, and you can share small clippings on these pages of the goings on, and as well as your testimonials, etc. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anish. I think coming out just from the Bal Vikas class, there's a pin drop silence. I think the light is very much on in full glory. Little did we know that when we went through this class, when we were small children, it was a silent revolution which was being sown by these Bal Vikas gurus. And today we find the fruits, or the seeds have sprouted, and today we see the trees and the fruits in our lives. I would equate a Bal Vikas movement is nothing less than a nation building exercise. Isn't it? Silently, a country is being built on the path of Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema and Ahimsa. Time and again, these seeds that are sown in our lives, they sprout and they help us when we have critical decisions to make, when we are faced with ethical dilemmas. The conscience is awakened, and that helps us to lead a meaningful life. To know more about how is this impacted in our lives, we have a short video which talks about the genesis, about the entire Bal Vikas movement, and also excerpts from some of the practical experiences of the alumni in terms of how it has helped them to take decisions in life and also weather the storms which we face now and then. So let's step back and watch the beautiful video. It's a short video which we can enjoy, and I will come back to disturb you again. Sign off.
There's only one God. That is the caste of humanity. All have only one language. The language of the heart. There's only one religion. That is the divine religion. We should rely on these three. Students, you should be the leaders of this country.
Today's education is really completely external, while we have understood that the essence of education is going inward. While the intellect is being really trained throughout the world, people have forgotten something, which is the intuition. Man is torn between this war every second of life, where the mind is pulling in one direction, the conscience is prompting in the truth in another direction, and his ability to listen to the conscience and put conscience into action is the secret of life. And this life skill is not taught anywhere in the world.
What is the purpose of life? What is the purpose of life? Put a question yourself. Is it eating? Is sleeping? Or is anything mere enjoyment? Drinking? Not this. Not this. So drinking and eating and ultimately dying. Is it our aim to die ultimately? The purpose of life is to know one's own self. First put a question yourself. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Put a question to yourself. Who am I? You are away from the question. Who are you? Where did you come from? What is your name? If you know yourself, you know the other man. I am man, he is also man. I am man, he is also a man. I am God, he is also God. I am God, he is also God. It's quite easy way.
Satya Sai Bal Vikas has been a very important dimension of the divine mission of Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba. His mission has been focused on transformation of man. And therefore one of the first steps that he took is to start the Bal Vikas movement. He gathered round a few women and asked them that select some children and start telling them stories, good stories from mythology, from culture, from different faiths, and initiate them on the path of good thoughts. With this initiation, the Sri Sathya Sai Bal Vihar was started initially, where very ordinary women with great devotion and faith in Bhagwan would rally around children in their homes once in a week, tell them stories, teach them group singing, bhajan, initiate them on the path of prayer, tell them how to do meditation or visualization, and also make them do small activities which will be based on human values and value-oriented lifestyle. The Bal Vikas movement started with human values as a core, the goal being to introduce children to their innate divinity. How would he do this? He took 5 teaching techniques like storytelling, prayer, group singing, meditation, and group activities.
If I do bend your 5 fingers, Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema, Ahimsa. The 5 fingers, Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema, Ahimsa. If I do Ekamainapude, Nini Tamdaru Pattukodaru. And all the 5 fingers act together, you can hold the tumbler. Therefore all should be united. We should also solve the problem of life. We should raise our children and see that they will be ideal leaders of this country. Human value. So we should tell the human value either at home or outside.
Apart from the 5 values of Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema, and Ahimsa, promise is in 3 actually. The values of the head, heart, and the hand. He says, the moment the head prongs and the hand acts, there should be a pause, and the heart should concur whether this action is correct. The unique dimension of this particular class was that the teacher was not called a teacher, he was called a Bal Vikas Guru. And Guru, as you know, is the connotation, as a meaning, is the one who dispels darkness. And therefore these were all simple men and women whose only qualification was love for Bhagwan and the endearment to ensure that children get initiated in the path of transformation.
The best part is that there's no competition. Right? All are treated equally. I very fondly remember that this is where my self-confidence started growing, because I was allowed to be me. And irrespective of where I came from, who I was, what my family background was, none of that mattered. Now that we are working and we have colleagues from all walks of life, people have different preferences, different tastes, different habits, some vices also. But the fact that I don't get, I would say, even tempted or feel any peer pressure, and I'm very comfortable being who I am and sticking to my values. There's no insecurity. There's a lot of self-assurance. I think that is something that I hold very dearly, and I attribute it to Bal Vikas.
So this boy was Prashant Vaidyanathan. We had a lot to learn from his mother, who said that Prashant is like a guru for me. Prashant started prayers by coming to Bal Vikas. This child today is a leading scientist in NASA, and his mother has got cancer. She keeps telling me that whatever I am doing today and whatever I have been able to survive through this illness of mine is because of my son, who went to Bal Vikas, and today he is like a rock by my side.
I still have a vivid memory of having a class on Bhagavad Gita once, group 2. And I remember my guru, Annapurna teacher, had spoken about being a Sthita Prajna. I was so enamored by the whole concept of being balanced in any situation that even to date, when I get very hustled by what happens around, I immediately connect to that one class where the way my guru explained the whole concept of being balanced, it stayed with me till date.
singing brought together a sense of unity among the children, unity of thought, word and deed, which is very unique and very essential in a particular character of teaching. Whatever theory was being taught to the children, through group activities they were made to practice. So then there was a very personal experience of the message which the Guru used to teach the children in the class. And therefore there were two objectives to be achieved in Bal Vikas. One was to introduce the child to his own experience of divinity, and secondly to recognize that the same divinity which is within him is also in everybody else, to bring about that brotherhood of man and fatherhood of God.
I think this technique of silent sitting really helps the children, because I've had children, not only children doing it, I've had this boy from the Sikh community from my class, and his mother used to do it along with the child, and she used to tell me how it has helped her to remain very calm and composed in all her family situations. And these children tell me, architects tell me that whenever they do their silent sitting, they always are able to think very clearly the designs that they should be giving their bosses. And when they face such challenges in life, when they have to take a decision, because I feel life is always about making choices, and if you make the right choice, you're successful at life. And I think silent sitting is one tool that sharpens your power of discrimination.
In today's world, where we see that there is a herd mentality. One person says, everybody follows. Whether it is right or not, it doesn't matter. As long as I'm able to gain benefit out of it, I want to just go ahead and do it, right? But that is not somewhere Bal Vikas has taught us that if this is wrong, this is wrong. And even if you have to stand against a huge crowd who are saying that no, this is right, follow this, even if you have to stand against them and say no, this is wrong, I will not do this, I think that is the confidence which I got from Bal Vikas.
There are instances where I found kids who came to the class as very, they were hyperactive kids, getting into fights in school, and generally being a nuisance, at home, and parents getting complaints. But I don't know, maybe it is the silent sitting or the prayers or the fact that we told them that God is the only friend you have in life. I think that was the connect between the child and God, which slowly transforms the children. Later on, we found that they became more responsible. Those, violent tendencies were toned down.
We were blessed to be going to Cape Town, where I used to conduct Bal Vikas, and there were kids from literally every, race, if you call it. During Eid, we celebrated it with both those kids, and they taught, we'd asked them to teach us their shlokas or their chants, and when we had our Holi, we taught them our chants, and it was incredible.
I was booed off stage in my school in my 5th grade. It was one of the most embarrassing scenarios of my life. I remember there somebody disturbed me and I just froze, and there were 1,000 children screaming and laughing as I made a fool of myself. And then exactly 6 months later, Kamla auntie, who was our Bal Vikas, just says, there's a drama happening in Puttaparthi, so maybe you can come and perform there. And when we just checked what was the count of the audience, that was like 25,000 people. And I froze just thinking of the number. But, that was the opportunity when I went on stage for the first time with 25,000 people there, and it changed me as a human being. Today, I've acted in more than 45, 50 theatre shows through Bal Vikas and through being a part of the Satyasai organization. And now this is around my 10th direction now. And I know how many people's lives are changing every day as they spend time there.
So based upon the 5 teaching techniques, spread over 9 years, what used to really happen was a very unique transformation process. We have seen 50 years of this glorious movement, and lakhs of children have gone through this, transformed, and are very happy people. They face happiness and sorrow with great poise, and they know that their real friend is the master within themselves.
Who is God? Who is God? Where is God? Where is God? The question gets continued. Truth is God. Love is God. Ye truth, Bharatian truth, American truth, Japan truth, German truth, Pakistan truth, and a bed. Truth andariki okkati. Truth is one and the same. Be that be Japan or Germany or America or Pakistan, truth is one and same. Prema మానవుని యొక్క ప్రాణ సమానం. Love is our life. Love is God. Live in love. Love is God. Live in love. Body is like a water bubble. Body is like a water bubble. Mind is like a mad monkey. Mind is like a mad monkey. Don't follow the mind. Don't follow the body. Don't follow the mind. Don't follow the body. Follow the follow the conscience. How do you all find this film? I'm just checking whether it awakes. It brought us back to that wonderful days of how Bal Vikas was and how Swami's vision about Bal Vikas is. This film actually is made by our own Bal Vikas alumnus, Nihar Desai, who stays in Kandivali here in Mumbai. He's a budding filmmaker and he's made a very beautiful film for us. And if Nihar is around, if you can get up and we can. Yeah. There he is. Actually, when we went through this entire process, we came across there's amazing talent among the Bal Vikas alumni today. In fact, we can move the world if we come together. There's absolutely no doubt. And as we see, the more and more, in fact, I'm having the brochure, which will be launching soon, is also prepared by our alumni of Mumbai Bal Vikas. It will be handed over subsequently end of the program. But before we release, let's pray to Bhagwan that he blesses us by writing something for us on this brochure. We have a lovely video, a very short video, and it's a collective offering from all of us. So let's pray together to Bhagwan and offer our gratitude. He's a Guru of Gurus, let's not forget that. He's a Guru of Gurus, the first Guru that we have. From there, the entire Bal Vikas got. It's an offering of gratitude at a lotus feet. And let's pray to him. Just visualize, it's not just writing on the screen, it's Bhagwan who has just now written his name on our hearts. And once God writes his name on our hearts, the life transforms. This is the moment of transformation, my dear brothers and sisters and beloved Bal Vikas Gurus. This is the moment, right now Bhagwan is seated amidst us. I don't know how many of you are feeling the presence, but he's right here with us. Just close your eyes, feel him, and he's just thought away. That's it. And to have these copies officially launched after Bhagwan's signature, I would like to request our
for elders, starting with Srimati Kamala Pandya, National Bal Vikas Coordinator. May I request you to please come up on the stage. Shri Anup Saxena, State President, Mumbai Metro Region. Srimati Devi Rajgopal, Bal Vikas Coordinator for Mumbai Metro Region. Shri Sai Shravanam, Guest of Honor for today. We'll hear him more as the program progresses. Shri Sairam Iyer, Guest Artist for today. Request all of you to please release the booklet, the brochure, and this, all of us will have a copy once we leave today back home. In fact, as they open, this book has some of the very important elements about what is Bal Vikas, the genesis of Bal Vikas. Some of the very startling facts and figures, which are like, some of us even don't know. Just to give you an example, 222,000 Bal Vikas Alumni exist today. So this booklet has all the facts and figures and also the genesis. For those who know it, it's a reminder. For those who are new to this movement, it's a very, very important document to have. It gives a lot of information. So do go through this and cherish the copy.
Sairam, a couple of announcements before we proceed. Someone has collected a bag from the office today. I think there has been a mistake and the wrong bag has been given to that person. So please go to the office, whoever has collected that bag. This was, I think it was lost last week and has been collected today. Please return the bag to the office immediately and take your bag with you. Secondly, like we saw the video of made by Brother Nihar, who was a Bal Vikas alumnus. The design, the decoration, these brochures have all been made in-house as well as professionally, because these are wonderful, gifted, talented artists, professionals who have emerged from the Bal Vikas system and have come back to offer their services to the movement. So if you all look at your own badges that you'll have, you all will see a QR code. You will see a QR code. So those of you who are interested in, rendering seva, whether it is through the organizational activities or on an as-needed basis, whenever your professional skills are required, you may be a photographer, you may be skilled at video editing, you may be an artist. We require all these to move to help the mission move forward. And we will connect with you. Just please scan this. You will be connected to our organization website with a list of all the office bearers, conveners, Sevadal coordinators who will then direct from your own locality and area. And they will help you, find where you can work, where you can be a part of, including, if you move to a different place and want to find the nearest Bal Vikas, so that your own children can benefit from the wonderful, have a similar experience to what you have had. All this information will be available on the website. We also have a kiosk. If you just go upstairs before turning right towards Satyadeep, we have a kiosk where you can, register yourself and enlist yourself for any activities. Thank you. Sorry. Once again, whoever has collected the bag, please go to the office immediately.
Swami, as a mother and father, is extremely proud of the achievements of his students. I've heard Swami telling his VIPs, these are my Bal Vikas students who have performed. So in the same way, like it was said, this film that you saw was made by Nihar, and an interesting incident to it is, actually Swami had blessed him when he was a tiny tot as a Bal Vikas student. He'd gone up for Ashadi, And Nimish uncle told Swami that he wants to be a filmmaker, and Swami blessed him. And on this note, we are extremely proud of all your achievements, but we want to hear more from you. So, I'm sure you've also been taking a trip down memory lane, and you've got things that you would like to share with us. So, can I? Oh, there's someone there. Why? Can we just?
Namaste, Sairam everyone. My name is Asha and I'm a Bal Vikas alumni from the Chendur Samiti. Srimati Lakshmi Balasubramaniam was my guru. I'm quite intimidated standing here right now because I see a lot of my Bal Vikas gurus here, so pranams to everyone. By profession, I'm an assistant professor of economics at the University of Auckland in New Zealand. And the reason I say that is that my profession requires me to stand up in front of huge crowds of people at a moment's notice. And the only reason I have the confidence to do that is because I participated in a host of extracurricular activities in Bal Vikas, be it drama, dance, elocution, and I was coached and encouraged by people such as Gauri Auntie, Kamala Auntie, Devi Auntie. So my humble thanks to all of you. I left India when I was quite young. I was 20 years old when I left to study at the University of Oxford. We all know that when you leave your country early, your identity is completely confused. People are throwing a lot of new options, new temptations, new avenues of life at you. And Bal Vikas really grounded me. The concept of Sanatan Dharma was so inculcated in me that I was proud to be Indian. I was proud of what India has to offer to the world, and I told everybody that. I just want to briefly end with when I travel worldwide in this time of Donald Trump and Brexit, all I see are divisions, I see polarization, the same thing happening in India. And there's only one thing that Swami said that sticks with me, that I learned in Bal Vikas, and that is there is only one caste, the caste of humanity. There's only one religion, the religion of love. And there's only one language, the language of the heart. I hold on to that, and I hope that you will too. Thank you.
Yeah, anybody from the, I will not say gents, boys side, still Bal Vikas students. Oh, yes. Yes.
Om Shri Sai Ram. My humble pranams at the lotus feet of a beloved Bhagwan Baba. I am an alumnus from the Dombivli Samiti. My name is Sai Prahlad Padmanabhan. I've been taught by Srimati Radha Ramesh, who's my Bal Vikas guru. So Bal Vikas has been very close to my heart since the time I have entered this world, because I've been fortunate enough to be born in a family that has the grace of Swami since 2 generations. So my grandma was also in the Sai fold, and one of the most interesting aspects that Bal Vikas has provided me is that it has inculcated values in me that conventional education does not. So it has helped me grow as an individual, and even when I am facing tough situations, I always feel that Swami has his hand on my back, and I can rely on him as he's a universal parent. So one of the most interesting aspects that I gained from Bal Vikas is the opportunity to learn Vedas. So I'd like to give a small incident that has happened in my life. My grandpa always wanted me to learn Vedams only after my thread ceremony was over. So I remember asking my father, Papa, will Swami come to my thread ceremony? I was just an 8-year-old child, and it was a very huge fascination for me that Swami will be present during my thread ceremony. And we all know that Swami makes himself known through small hints or small incidences. So when my Brahmopanayana was happening, and I was being told the sacred heights by the Pandit, it so happened that he had a locket in his on his neck, and that locket just fell out of his neck, and there was this small photo of Swami in his Abhay Hasta pose, and that way he just graced that event of my life through his presence. And immediately, within a week or so, I was approached by my Veda Guru, Sri Maurish Vyas sir, to prepare for the Ashadi program of 2008 so that I can chant suktas in front of Swami. And I find myself very, very fortunate to be a part of this Bal Vikas, Loka Vikas program. And I have had the opportunity to learn a lot. And in recent times, I have also had the chance to share whatever little knowledge I have through teaching Vedas to other Sai devotees. And I feel immense pleasure in being a part of this huge family. And Jai Sai Ram. And I would like to thank my gurus for presenting me with this opportunity. Thank you.
Else who can collect your thoughts together at short notice? Somebody there? Yes, please.
Simon, it's indeed Bal Vikas has changed my life completely and added a new dimension to it. I still remember at the early stage of my life when I was too young. I was sit quietly in a corner, not much that active. But Bal Vikas helped me. And slowly and gradually, I was getting involved through bhajans, games, and many more things. I would like to share one of the sayings of Swami which touched my heart, and it is life is a challenge, meet it. Life is a dream, realize it. Life is a game, play it. Life is love, enjoy it. And I'm very grateful to all the gurus. With them, I'm able to find right directions. My guru always teaches me, be like a diamond, rare and precious, and shine like it. By Ashadi program, Samiti programs, Vedam chanting, I can build that connection with Swami, that spiritual connection, and it helps me a lot in studies also. I would like to share one small incident. During my MCS session, which is a general part of our CA course, right now I'm pursuing CA, I, I could make out the difference between other students and me. And I realized my confidence level and spontaneity. I'm very thankful to all the gurus. Thank you so much. And I would like to especially thank my Bal Vikas Guru, Rekha Auntie, Yamini Auntie, everyone sitting here, everyone who sharpened the skills of each and Bal Vikas students, and they bring that and grooms every child to become their better version. Thank you so much. Jai Sai Ram.
Maybe one of the bigger boys.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagavan Baba. And salutation. And salutations to my Bal Vikas Guru. I joined Bal Vikas when I was 10 in Hyderabad, and it was thanks to my mother. As I reflect as to how Bal Vikas has impacted my corporate life, it strikes me that it had one of its most profound impact when I was studying in IIT and IIM about 35 years ago. I had moved from a very protected atmosphere to a campus which was full of freedom, and there your morals can truly be tested. It was Swami's teachings and the Bal Vikas teachings and the values that I learned there, which contrasted with the very flexible value systems, habits, and behavior that one comes across in the campus. It was during those times that Swami's teachings, that end of education is character, that served as my guiding force. And I would truly say that in my corporate world, what prepared me was this particular aspect. In 1993, I probably worked with a couple of companies and I was looking for a change. And it was not a mere coincidence that I got my offer from my third firm, Kotak, on November 23rd. And November 23rd, as we all know, is the most auspicious day in our calendar. No wonder, thanks to Swami's blessings and grace, I've had a wonderful career in corporate life for the last 26 years, mainly in the area of investment banking. I know a lot of youngsters believe that a high-flying investment banker needs to drink, needs to party hard, or be very flashy. They also sometimes think that you need to adjust yourself and fit in, and perhaps to climb up the ladder, you need to move away from your fundamental values. I can certainly say that nothing is farthest from the truth. I would say not one of them is necessary to really succeed in life or succeed in your career. End of the day, I think it's your values, it's your hard work that makes a big difference. And I would add that eventually, when you grow in your corporate life, your colleagues, your clients, and all your friends would respect you even more. I would probably emphasize, would respect you even more for who you are and the values you firmly stand for. I would like to thank Swami. We are all very grateful that Bal Vikas has been an integral part of our family. My wife is also a Bal Vikas Guru, and my two daughters have also gone through the Bal Vikas classes. They have finished the courses, and they too live by the same values. Now, since all of us Bal Vikas students, Bal Vikas alumni, Swamis, devotees are gathered here, I would say that let us all promise to Swami that come what may, whatever may be the difficulty, that we shall uphold and abide by the values that he taught us. Jai Saha.
Is going to help me out next. There. Come on. Sucha, am I right?
Sairam to all of you. I've been a Bal Vikas child from Bulut Samiti and currently a Guru in Balkeshwar Samiti. I'm deeply grateful to my Guru, Srimati Nadkarni. Auntie used to take classes every Sunday morning without fail. She never used to give excuses like we have to go out or we have an outing. But every Sunday morning, definitely she used to entertain us with a lot of stories and shlokas and values. Over the years, as a part of my profession, as well as now because of my husband's transferable job, every 2 years we find ourselves in a new place. And earlier, when I was new to this traveling, when I was working, it used to be very unnerving for me till I found a Sai center close to wherever I was. You know, that's the first thing that you do whenever you go to a new place. You try to find out a samiti or a center as they called abroad. So once when I was in UK, I was in a very remote village called Henley. And I was really desperate. For almost 2 months, I could not find a Sai center or a Sai devotee close to where I used to stay. And then I got a contact from my uncle of his friend who was in London. So I called him and I asked him that, can you just help me with a center in Henley, very far from London. He heard my desperation and my story and he said, I'm sorry beta, where you stay there is no center, but don't worry. Wherever you are, there is a Sai center. And that really hit me hard. He said, wherever you are, there is a Sai center, you don't have to go looking for it. And that line has stayed for me for the years, wherever we travel now. wherever we go, whether it's 1 year or 2 years, my husband has a defense job. I try to establish a little Bal Vikas class wherever I am. I don't know, I get worried that the children may lose continuity, but the heart of my hearts, I know that 1 year or 2 years, I'm adding value to my life and I'm adding value to the children's life wherever I go. So wherever we establish ourselves, I see to it that a little Sai Center is there when we are there. And this is one thing I would like urge all of you that remember this line. It helped me a lot when that uncle said that wherever we are, there is a Sai Center. So please establish ourselves accordingly. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's really inspiring. I'll come to you, sir. You've been raising your hand.
Saira. My name is Ramesh Srinivasan. I am from the Mulund Samiti. My Bal Vikas gurus were Padmini Aunty, Ram Kumar Uncle, and many mentors, Gauri Didi, Sarojini Aunty, Kamala Aunty, Nimishan Devi Aunty, the list goes on. I left India about more than 20 years ago to pursue my higher studies in the US. I currently live in San Francisco. It's been a wonderful morning, lots of memories. What I wanted to share was an incident that happened right in this very hall. 1990. Swami had come to Mumbai, and that year all the Bal Vikas students who were graduating from Mumbai had assembled here in this very hall, and a couple of us students were asked to sit in the front, and I had the opportunity to go up on stage and receive the diploma of the 9-year course in Education Human Values from the divine hands of Bhagavan on behalf of all the students of Mumbai that year. But the story doesn't end there. At the end of the program, I was asked to lead all the children, graduating children, in Jyoti meditation in front of Swami. So when Kamala Aunty did Jyoti meditation today, brought back memories of that evening. And once the Jyoti meditation got done, I concluded with a prayer, which all the children followed after me. And the prayer is one that we have all learned in our Bal Vikas. O Lord, take my love and let it flow in fullness of devotion to Thee. O Lord, take my hands and let them work incessantly for Thee. O Lord, take my soul, let it merge in one with Thee. O Lord, take my mind and thoughts, let them be in tune with Thee. O Lord, take my everything, and let me be an instrument to work for Thee. As soon as that prayer ended, I still had a couple of more sentences to go through to my prepared speech, which my Bal Vikas gurus had trained me so well with. But Swami immediately stood up for Aarti, and I didn't have any time to react, so I quickly came down from the stage and sat right at that corner where Devi Aunty is sitting. Aarti got done, Swami then retired to the back, and everyone started to get up and leave. Suddenly, within about a minute or so, the curtain parted and Swami walked back out from the stage. And this time he walked out looking straight in my direction, and his face was very angry. And immediately a hush came upon the entire hall. And he came right up to the corner of that stage, right up to the top of the steps, and he beckoned me up this way. And this time, I wasn't sure what to expect. But it crossed my mind that in my confusion, when Swami didn't allow me to complete my speech and stood up for Aarti, I didn't want to cross the stage and come back on the men's side. So I sat down on the ladies' side. So the first thought that came to mind was, Mar gaye. So Swami beckoned me up. I came up to the top of that steps. I knelt down in front of Swami. And the first thing Swami says is, the prayer you just said is wrong. Now imagine, we've all been taught to pray to God, but God never responds back saying the prayer is wrong. This was Swami standing in front of me and saying the prayer you just said is wrong. And then the next question he asked is, do you know why the prayer is wrong? I just nodded my head, but in my mind the thought was growing. This was a prayer written by Swami in Swami's own handwriting, and I had learned it from Swami's own handwriting. Swami asked, do you know why the prayer is wrong? I didn't respond. And Swami said, you see, in the prayer, he keeps saying, take my love, take my hands, take my soul. I have come to take, but you must learn how to give. Give, give, give. And that truly was the culmination of the 9-year course in human values. The Adi Guru, the Sadguru, had to give his final stamp, the final lesson, as I graduated Bal Vikas that year. But the story didn't end there. I went abroad, and from the physical Swami, as sister mentioned, being in touch with the omnipresent Swami was not as easy. I got involved with the organization there. I taught Bal Vikas as part of the youth program. So this incident is from the 75th birthday celebrations in LA, in Los Angeles. And I was part of the youth group there. We were coordinating the 75th birthday. And I was leading that program. And I had drawn up the entire schedule, and it was a 3-hour program. The program went on beautifully. The last part of the program was we had to cut the cake for Swami, the birthday cake. I was about to go up. I was the MC. And as the program was getting there, this thought crossed my mind. Ramesh, what beautiful planning you did. Every minute of the program, where you said it will start, where you said it will end, program is going. Boss, without you, this program could not have happened. These are all the thoughts in my mind. Up until that point, the program was on schedule. Next is I had to go and say, we'll cut the birthday cake. And believe it or not, brothers and sisters, I couldn't get it from my seat. It was as if I had been stuck in a seat. We all have read in Swami's early life when his teacher got stuck. This was me now getting stuck thousands of miles in Los Angeles. The universal Guru, the universal Swami was still teaching me. And in that moment, I realized what had happened. And so I, in my mind, said, I'm sorry, Swami. And immediately I was able to get up and go on stage and complete the program. I'll conclude by saying that this journey to the Lord is really the irredeemable debt that our Bal Vikas Gurus have given to us. And I'll end with one couplet from a famous saint that I've learnt in Bal Vikas. It has stayed with me to now. The couplet goes, Prem gali ati sakari tame dona samay. The path of love is very narrow. Two people can't walk together in that path. जब मैं था तो हरि नहीं, अब हरि हैं तो मैं नहीं.
Thank you so much. It was really touching to hear the impact that Bal Vikas had in our lives. And that reminds me what Swami had to say about it. We had taken students from the Bangla and Devi Samiti to Prashanti, and Swami had given us a couple of interviews. And Aishwarya Rai was part of this group also. And the Swami was asked by one of the gurus, Doshi Aunty, Swami, how do we bring about transformation in the children? Swami told us gurus, you don't worry about transformation. You just talk to them with love. Fill them with stories from the lives of great men, sayings from the Puranas. Transformation is my work. And we never tire of hearing all your experiences. And I can tell you, ye dil mange more. That is the reason we should meet more and more. And let's have some music in our lives, Maya.
I think we have time for maybe one or two more if you permit. Someone among the ladies?
Om Sri Saina, my koti pranams in the lotus feet of Bhagwan Sri Satyasai Baba. मैं आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करती हूँ कि मैं हिंदी में बोलना ज़्यादा प्रेफर करूँगी. मैं जब 3rd स्टैंडर्ड में थी तभी मेरी फ्रेंड मेरे को जबरदस्ती बाल विकास क्लास में ले गई. जैसे ही मैं वहाँ गई मेरी पूरी लाइफ ट्रांसफॉर्म होती गई, बदली होती गई. जो बाबा ने हमारी ज़िंदगी में एक एक अवगुण जो हमारे अंदर हैं उनको एकदम प्रैक्टिकल रूप से दूर किया है। मैं जब 7th स्टैंडर्ड में थी तभी मुझे दादी पत्नी जो भी एक टाइम पे नहीं है इधर, उन्होंने मुझे एक नारद मुनि का रोल दिया स्टेज पे। तो जैसे मैंने वो रोल किया उसमें मेरे साथ बहुत सारे और भी बच्चे थे बाल विकास के, लेकिन मेन रोल मेरा था। तो बहुत ही उसकी बहुत ही तारीफ हुई। तो मेरे में अंदर ईगो बढ़ गया कि भाई मैंने ही ये रोल बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म किया है। जब ये प्राइज़ आया तो टीचर ने बोला कि ये प्राइज़ सबको डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना है, जितने भी बच्चों ने इसमें पार्टिसिपेट किया है सबको डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना है। मैं बच्ची थी, मैं बोल रही थी नहीं दीदी ये पूरा प्राइज़ मेरे को मिलना चाहिए। और मैंने दीदी से इतनी जिद की, यहाँ तो मेरे को ये प्राइज़ पूरा दो, यहाँ तो मैं ये प्राइज़ लेके ही नहीं जाऊँगी घर में। लेकिन दीदी ने मुझे बहुत प्यार से समझाया कि अगर तू अकेली होती तो क्या ये ड्रामा तू कर पाती थी। थोड़ा देर मैंने भी सोचा कि हाँ अकेले में तो मैं कुछ भी नहीं कर पाती थी, तो वो मैंने प्राइज़ दीदी से ले लिया। इस तरह से बाल विकास गुरुज ने हमारी ज़िंदगी में बहुत ही ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन की है। एक एक प्रैक्टिकल वे से उन्होंने बहुत ही मेहनत करके हमारे ऊपर बहुत ही कृपा की है और स्वामी की ग्रेस भी मेरे ऊपर बहुत रही है। ओम श्री साई राम।
ओम श्री साई राम। मैं श्रीमती मांडवी परवे, मैं छिंदवाड़ा बाल विकास मध्य प्रदेश से हूँ। और जैसा कि स्वामी की असीम कृपा हम सब पर रही है, मैं जितने भी विभिन्न शहरों में अब तक मैंने ट्रैवल किया है, मेरे हस्बैंड की भी ट्रांसफरेबल जॉब है, जैसे कि पहले एक बहन ने भी शेयर किया, तो हर जगह एक ही चीज़ सिर्फ स्वामी की ये है कि हम स्वामी को हम एक कदम बढ़ाएं एंड स्वामी कम्स रनिंग एंड ही एम्ब्रेसेस अस। तो स्वामी दौड़ के आके हमको गले लगाते हैं। जहाँ कहीं भी मैं गई हूँ, मुझे ये जो परिवार है साई परिवार, हर जगह उसका प्रेम मिला है। साई रिलेटिव्स आर ट्रू रिलेटिव्स। बाल विकास फ्रेंड्स आर द फ्रेंड्स फॉर लाइफ टाइम, नॉट फॉर अ डे और अ फ्यू years or 9 years. This is for sure. And I would like to end up with a small poem that Swami made me to pen down. That is, जिंदगी की जोड़ा पकड़ी है मैंने, अभी तो जरा 4 पग ही चले थे। डगमग कदम जब बहकने लगे तब, जहां मुड़ के देखा तो तुम ही खड़े थे। खोया किया था मैं यारों में हरदम, कि सबसे ही मुझको तो धोखे मिले थे, मगर तुमसे मिल ना सका दोस्त कोई, कि जब मुड़ के देखा तो तुम ही खड़े थे। अकेला ही दुनिया में आया हूं मैं भी, अकेला ही फिर लौट जाऊंगा एक दिन। तुमसे तुम तक का सफर है ये जीवन, कि जब मुड़ के देखा तो तुम ही खड़े थे। प्रेम ही प्रेम, बस प्रेम, हाँ प्रेम तुम हो, मेरी गलतियों को सुधारा है तुमने, मुझसे भला करवा लेते हो जब भी, सराहने को मुझको फिर से तुम ही खड़े थे, फिर से तुम ही खड़े थे। दिखावे की दुनिया में क्या सच क्या झूठा, सारा भरम टूट जाता है एक दिन। सच हो तुम ही प्राण हे साई मेरे, आखिर मुड़ के देखा तो तुम ही खड़े थे, आखिर मुड़ के देखा तो तुम ही खड़े थे। जय श्री राम। I'm sorry, I just would like to mention the name of my Bal Vikas gurus, Srimati Renu Verma aunty and Srimati Shilpa Parakar aunty from Madhya Pradesh. Sai Ram.
mustache. This podium was a little here. And Swami was here. And I sang Allah Tera Naam. Saur auntie is here. Tushar uncle is here. And indelible memories, as you call them. क्योंकि मैं इतना सा हुआ करता था. I'm talking from the floor, not on the stage. Like if it's on the stage, I was just about so much. And I remember after the performance, when I was walking back, the aunties and all were seated there also. And यहाँ सारे ऐसे भरे हुए थे. और हम white and white में बच्चे जा रहे थे. तो one auntie couldn't see. She called out to me and said, "इधर इधर इधर, कौन गा रही थी?" I said, "Auntie, it was me. मैं गा रहा था." बाल विकास बच्चे झूठ नहीं बोलते. And I had to have my friends come and vouch for me and say that no, मजाक नहीं कर रहा है, यही गा रहा था. It's a flood of memories and I've got so many things that I'd like to share with you all. Amazing. Shanta Ramchandran ji is sitting right here. आपसे मैं एक छोटा quick share करना चाहूँगा कि आषाढ़ी एकादशी के लिए जब actually I had signed my album and I had no plan to come because I had certain things lined up. But I had come to Kurla station to see them off and Saints of Maharashtra उस पर किया था and everything was set. But वहाँ जाने के बाद अचानक से मेरे ग्रुप ने कहा साई you're coming with us. मैंने कहा भाई कुछ भी नहीं मेरे पास, मैं तो जिस कपड़े में उसमें आया हूँ, तो चल यार हम लोग के साथ हम देख लेंगे. White dress तो सबके पास है, वरना जाकर वहाँ खरीद लेंगे. We'll buy those, so you don't have to worry. Brush, whatever you need, everything will be taken care of. Imagine, I told my parents I just want to see them off, and suddenly I make a call and say, Amma, sorry now, मैं चला, put up a tea. And as soon as Nimesh uncle and Kamala auntie got to know that I'm in the train, मैं वहाँ गया और बोलते हैं अरे Nimesh uncle remembered those words which auntie just said because when we did Mangal Mandir drama here, तब स्वामी ने कहा था बहुत मधुर आवाज इसे चांस देना. Uncle never forgot that. So uncle said अरे बेटा तुम आ रहे हो ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है कि तुम आओगे और तुम नहीं गाओगे, तुमको तो गाना पड़ेगा. अब क्या गाएं? आषाढ़ी, Guru Purnima and everything coming together. Okay, let's do one thing. Before the program, you come on stage and you say the Guru Mantra, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu. After that, you sing some auntie or uncle suggested. एक मराठी गाना है जो आशा जी ने गाया है, ब्रह्मा विष्णु आदि महेश्वर. ब्रह्मा विष्णु आदि महेश्वर सामोरी बसले मलाही दत्त गुरु दिसले मलाही दत्त गुरु दिसले. This is the song which I was supposed to sing in the female voice. Minded, Asha ji. The problem is I only knew this one line which I had heard. बाकी मुझे गाना पता नहीं था. The train has set out from Kurla. तो अंकल बोलते हैं अरे वेस्टपुर में सारे बोगीज में अपने सब बाल विकास गुरुज बैठे हैं. Just make a round of the whole train. By the end of the whole bogies, you will know this song. सीधे भेज दिया मुझे और मैं चल पड़ा. And every bogie I'm going to, all the aunties and uncles have their own version of this song. Okay. So I took the versions and made my own version out of it. Except the first line, which was the original. And then I was there. And once in Prashanti, tab tak sab kuch sahi tha. Suddenly, today I want to answer the question which auntie also would have been having in her mind because she went on asking me even that day. Final rehearsal, उससे पहले दिंडी यात्रा had reached Prashanti. अब दिंडी का जो costume था, there was a brilliant idea कि why should we allow that costume to go unused? Let's make Saira Mayer wear it. So I will be the Varkari dress. All right, I'm okay. So final rehearsal in Kulman Hall, I go. सवेरे आवाज सही है. जाके फाइनल रिहर्सल कर रहा हूँ. Auntie is on duty. The female voice won't. I just can't sing. I was supposed to sing. Brahma Vishnu Ani Maheshwara Samuri Vasale playing. Ek tir do nishan. So this is what I was supposed to sing, but Brahma. नहीं था यार, ब्रह्मा भी निकल नहीं रहा था, आनी महेश्वर और कहाँ से आएगा? तो आंटी बोल रही पढ़ रहा, डल, इतना अच्छा, what happened? The girl is on leave, so I have no idea why. Well, it was scheduled, so okay, keep trying. I did try my level best. Full afternoon I did everything, all cleaning I did, whatnot I did. Somehow she won't. So, आ गया शाम को. And by the way, it happened to be my birthday that day, 15th of July. And nobody knew about that. And the program, Purnachandra, Swami is there, Indula ji, everybody, the whole, this thing is full. मैं ऊपर जाकर के बैठ गया. गुरु ब्रह्मा, गुरु विष्णु पूरा सब बोलकर हो गया. ब्रह्मा विष्णु. And the best part is, I had also started performing on kind of professionally. As a student also I was performing with Little Wonders and all of them, Javed Ali and myself and so many of us. So हमें एक अंदाज होता है कि कुछ आता नहीं तो कैसे छुपाया जाए. तो ऑडियंस को पता नहीं चले, इसीलिए I had written down the lyrics, the cue for me on my hand, and I was doing Brahma, whatever it was, and nobody can make out. Swami, cheating. भगवान सबके सामने बोल क्यों बोल रहे हैं आप? He left clueless. What is happening? Swami बोल रहा है. मैं ऐसे गा रहा हूँ. Nobody could make that out. Anyway, मजा आ रहा था, laughing and so. And फिर होने के बाद Swami comes on stage, blesses me, gives me pardon, सब हो. Everybody is happy. They all love the song. The whole Saints of Maharashtra went so beautifully. But there was one thing which kept on eating my head कि इतना beautiful जो मुझे gift दिया भगवान ने, why was I not able to present it before भगवान? That night Swami comes in my dream. Okay, so birthday boy सब बोलते हैं, I mean it's not just out of the blue. बोले सब ठीक है भगवान, where is my birthday gift? पहला चलो first. क्या तुम आया, सीधा आके स्टेज चढ़ गया, उसपे भी पहला पाद नमस्कार तुमको दिया, इससे ज़्यादा क्या चाहिए? One. ठीक है चलो मान लिया. But what about the gift that you had given me बचपन से, उसको मैं आपके सामने I couldn't present before you. You know what भगवान says? सायरा मेरा बच्चा, बाल विकास बच्चा अगर ये गाना गाता तो वो सही था, मगर एक वारकरी फेटा भान के मूछ लगा करके अगर फीमेल वॉइस में गाया तो कैसा लगेगा? Look at Bhagwan, only he could think that way, right? Because even now I have a mustache, of course. I have to prove myself, otherwise you all will think कि कोई लड़की खड़ी है, boycott करके. But when Sairam in a normal attire is standing in front of you, the Bal Vikas student, youth, and he sings the way he does, it's Swami's blessings that you all get to see and Bhagwan enjoys. But imagine me actually in that Varkari dress, Chupraya jo bolte haath mein, I have that. Mustache in place, a nice curved one like that, and a proper feta, the headgear. So Bhagwan says, a Varkari won't do this. You're representing a Varkari. So this is the answer I got. I was waiting to tell Auntie all these years, and she's right in front of me today. So this is our Bhagwan. And there are innumerable experiences which I've had. I think we are falling short of time. So let me go to the next song, which was again suggested by Bhagwan when we did youth conventions. And this speaks volumes about what we should do as humans. Next song. ask me, ये आप कैसे कर पाते हो? How can you? ऐसे जब खुदा मेहरबान तो अदरवाइज वैसे ही होता था मेरे साथ जिंदगी भर। आप लोगों के बीच में रहूंगा, विश तो करते ही हैं सायरा। बचपन में ही होता था, सायरा बुलाते थे तो मैं देखता था कहीं मुझे तो नहीं बुला रहे, फिर सचमुच मुझे बुलाते थे तो मैं सायरा मुड़ के निकल जाता था। स्वामी ने भी मस्ती की थी मेरे साथ। माय फर्स्ट एक्सपीरियंस, आई डोंट नो हाउ टू मेक इट वेरी फास्ट। 26 Jan, I don't remember the year, and I was told, मैं स्कूल में था, कोई भाग दौड़ करके आया, मुझसे कहा कि सैरम यू बीइंग चोजन, गुरु आई हैं तुमको लेके जाने के लिए। क्या मस्ती कर रहे हैं। भागा घर पे, पता चला कि we've got an exhibition happening in Shantideep, and for that one student is supposed to represent the exhibits. So I was the chosen one, I don't know why, but it happened. And जल्दी से ड्रेस चेंज करो, व्हाइट पहनो और निकलो। शायद तो ठीक है, पैंट धुलने में गया था, some problem, and then he said, मिल जाएगा, come Sairam, we'll first leave. So many students went to so many houses, so many shops, just to cut it short, कहीं मिला नहीं, या तो बड़ा है या छोटा है। And finally I got one which had got black pockets. Okay, मैं बोला कोई बात नहीं, ऊपर से शर्ट तो आएगा ही ना, you don't tuck the shirt, so wear it and come, it's fine. Anyways मैं गर्मी में कुछ पता नहीं चलेगा। Okay, done. अब मैं आकर के खड़ा हो गया मेरे एग्जिबिट के पास, all places of worship. And now I was watching to the gate. There were a few selected students who were given a bouquet, a garland, or whatever. I said, "Oh, बड़े लोगों की बड़ी बातें." Those kinds, है ना? I'm talking about a small child having that thought कि हाँ होंगे किसी बड़े devotee के बच्चे, something like that. Suddenly वहाँ पे one auntie, I don't remember, मैं किसी का नाम नहीं लूँगा, वो बोलते हैं ना, trying to be busy types और भागते रहते हैं, वैसे आकर के मेरे पास What is your name? I said Sairam. Sairam, okay. What is your name? I said my name is Sairam. Oh, okay. Come. मुझे खड़ा किया वहाँ पे, खड़ा करके there is बड़ा दिया था, the wicks were out. मुझे कहा स्वामी आएंगे, गार्डन करेंगे, बोके देगा, आपको कुछ बोलना नहीं है। मुझे एक प्लेट दिया, उसमें एक मैच बॉक्स with a stick protruding out. You just hold and stand. Swami knows what to do. Standing instructions. No opening your mouth. Okay? फिर वैसे और 2-3 आंटियां आई सर, what's your name? I said, Sairam. Sairam, okay, what's your name? I said, my name is Sairam. ठीक है, done. Some instructions. पट्टी वगैरह, all done. अब मैं वेट कर रहा हूँ, स्वामी आए, स्वामी all the garlanding, okay, everything done. स्वामी comes in front of me और मेरे सामने आकर के खड़े हो गए। My attention is भगवान के पास कम और वो आंटी के पास ज़्यादा। अभी स्वामी देख रहे हैं, मैं इतना ही था मैं। ऐसे तो स्वामी ओके, स्वामी ने he took the matchbox, लाइट करके खड़े हो गए, looking at me like this. I said, well, I'm not supposed to say anything. तो मैंने quickly वो प्लेट को साइड में रखा और मैंने ऐसे दिखाया दिया कि तो स्वामी ओह करके स्वामी he lit the lamp and मुझसे कहा गया था after this Swami will go around the exhibits, you are supposed to go back to your respective places. But here what happened is Bhagwan had other plans. Swami, what is your name? I said Sairam. Sairam, okay. What is your name? Swami, same thing he asked me. I said my name is Sairam, Swami. Cute करके गाल दिया, मेरा सर पैट किया, put his hands around me and took me along. I'm looking at auntie, not me. चल पड़ा and Bhagwan take me around the whole place, पूरा exhibit में लेके जा रहे हैं and he's actually explaining to me all that is happening around. क्या क्या है exhibit, खुद बता रहे हैं ये है. Oh very nice Bhagwan, thanks. पूरा throughout. Then he comes to our exhibits. यहाँ कोई नहीं. I said Swami, I'm supposed to be here. And then he didn't ask me anything except the one I didn't know. मुझे पूछ रहे क्या है? Then Bhagwan explained to me yes. And फिर सब भगवान cuddles and all. And तब तक I was not the singer Sairam, I was just the Bal Vikas the students are. And फिर से मैं आंटी लोग very lucky child. पाकर मुझे क्या पूछा स्वामी ने बोला नाम पूछा और बहुत कुछ बताया पूछा नहीं. It's a last question पूछा. So Swami has got this uncanny ability to make you the star of an evening or an afternoon or a day, and he might ask you something very trivial, but लोगों को लगता है कि बहुत बड़ा पूछ लिया उन्होंने, and that he will do when he has to do and how he has to do. He's got his own ways, and I'm sure each one of the people out here, every student, every guru जो यहाँ बैठा है, सबके पास एक कहानी है कहने को. I'm sure, otherwise we won't be here. We all have had multitude, innumerable experiences, each one of us, and we continue to have, because Bhagwan is very much with us, and I know he is right now with me. He has to be there. He is the one who's coaxing me to go naughty, because I was told, now you should get back to your childhood. So I'm forgetting my mustache. Okay, now I'd like to sing for you this song which I sang before Bhagwan, the very first song. Okay, this song was earlier planned for the Vallabhbhai Patel Stadium, where because some playback singer didn't turn up, and they turned up late. So the one जो शहीद हुआ था सायरा मैया था उस दिन, मेरा गाना हुआ नहीं. So I was howling. इंदु भाई मेरे सामने आते ही और जोर से मैं रोने लगता था. तो they were all upset because I was the only one who was representing Bal Vikas. And इतना rehearsals किए थे हम तुषार के घर पे जाकर के. Shiva is here. We sat and he also sang with me. Amazing. Saur auntie used to sit and make us sing. Harmonium पे बैठते थे and then we used to see Naresh bhai playing tabla. What an, it was an amazing experience. तो जब वहाँ पे मुझे मौका नहीं मिला, next day भजन में यहाँ बिठा दिया मुझे. This is gents and that's ladies. और वो auntie, so many other singers, Saur auntie भी थी. It was 2 ladies and 1 gents. अब मुझे without audition ऐसा पहली बार हुआ था कि किसी को बिठाया गया था. अब कहने के लिए मैं लड़का था, अगर गाता तो मैं कुड़ी जैसे था. कुछ भी गाऊं तो बैठ के रो रहा था. I was crying because I was upset. And for me, Bhagwan, you have to give me a sign that you're with me. You have to, because मैं बहुत जिद्दी था बचपन में, बहुत ज़्यादा. Especially with Bhagwan. बाकी सब ठीक है. मम्मी डैडी कान के नीचे बराबर से they used to bring me to, so that day मैं बोला स्वामी, I need a sign from you. And the song was, version was. इसलिए गा रहा हूँ कि वैसे गा रहा था. And you know, I started singing और तब तक मम्मी आए नहीं थे. मैंने गाना चालू किया and this curtain flung open like this and Swami looked at me. So this is our Bhagwan. Just wanted to tell you that. That was the version which I sang before Bhagwan as a child. But after that, I got to sing Allah Dev Naam before Swami here, right here. I sent the photograph to Nimish uncle also. Could we have it?
Yeah.
Sai Ram has sung for us for so many ashas, so many dance dramas before Bhagwan. In fact, one of the first ones we were recording in our studio called Digital Domain. We were running out of time and of course running out of money also. And there was a long kavali that had to be taken in one take. The male sang, and when it came to the female singer, she didn't open her mouth. But Sai Ram's gift, he sang the entire female lines, and no one knew that he had sung it. They all thought some lady had sung it. He just opened his mouth and sang the whole kavali. So, I don't think many people here know about it also. Of course, Bhagwan loved the Bali and I must have said, this is my Sai Ram. So all over the years, he's come and sung as a male, as a female, as an ala. But that day, he saved the day, actually. Bhagwan's grace.
क्या नहीं कर रहा भगवान ने हमसे? I mean, I became a voiceover artist also. And there she is. She was the hero in that. Tamsoma Jyotirgamay. Is it? Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Santosh. And अचानक से मैं ऐसी मस्ती कर रहा था. I was supposed to sing. मैं समय हूँ. So I became समय. So I landed up. Pardon? Mind. I was the mind. मैं समय हूँ के हिसाब से वो आया. Master the mind. It was, yeah. From singing, I got into dialogues also for that. So some very amazing, cute memories. जैसे मैं कह रहा था, we're falling short of time. मुझे वहाँ से जैसे ही time tick हो रहा है बताएंगे तो I'll have to just cut it and walk out because we have more, so much more. But जैसे मैंने कहा, it's a tsunami of emotions and memories, and it continues. I really have had some amazing, shocking experiences where there was no other way but to go down for me, but Swami just lifted me, which has happened, not just here, abroad. At the Dadaji Kondev Stadium, I was croaking, and out of the blue, मैंने चाय मंगा करके पी लिया, विभूति डाल करके. My brother says, Saram, don't make a fool of yourself. Sonu Nigam is on stage. After him, it is me, and then after me it is Alka Yagnik. And then there is Udit Narayan, Amitabh Bachchan, and the whole fraternity, it is Godrej centenary celebrations. And I was croaking, I could, intercom jaisi awaaz thi meri. My brother was there, he just came to me, Saran, forget everything. You're not going on stage. Don't make a fool of yourself. You're on the threshold of a career. Don't make a fool of yourself. The whole world is watching. I got to know, apart from this 50,000 audience, it's being telecast live. तुम्हारा जो बन रहा जो करियर है वो यही तुम्हारा जो है will be finished. और मैं I took the tea with Vibhuti and I tell him who has given me this voice, Bhagwan, right? Right now I'm called professionally to perform. It's not just a guest appearance. और अगर मैं नहीं गाऊँ तो I will not be doing my duty. गाना मेरा फर्ज है. If he wants me to make a fool of myself in front of all his audience, let it be. My brother literally shook me. Sagan, this is not drama, this is life. Don't make a fool of yourself. Don't. कुछ नहीं, side में किया. I went there. Kritika Desai, Diku Saltani on stage. She is the one who is comparing with Soezi. She comes down. I say, Kritika ji, she says, how are you feeling, Sai? I said, no, I'm not sure. Can you do one thing? अगर कुछ गड़बड़ हो जाए तो आप handle कर लीजिए. She says, no, why don't we do one thing? I'll say, in spite of your ill health, you're here for the love of all these people. ये पहले कह दिया तो आपका जरा कवर हो जाएगा. ठीक है, जैसे सही समझे. Sonu comes down, गले मिलते हैं. I'm announced, I go up, and I'm supposed to sing the song from film Criminal, तुम्हें ले दिल खिले, followed by चुरा लिया है तुमने जो दिल को. These are the two songs which I was supposed to perform that evening. अब ऐसी आवाज आ रही मेरे को, and I'm supposed to sing. Believe me, I felt it was an out of body experience. Actually, सचमुच मुझे लगा कि गा तो मैं रहा हूँ लेकिन मैं नहीं गा रहा हूँ. And then I had a frown on my face, and बीच में interlude में मैं screen पे देखा. That frown was visible on the screen, and I hear a voice. Please smile. Your smile which you're famous for, it seems. And I smiled. I continued. I sang the second song. I came off stage. Everybody is giving me a standing ovation. Alka Yagnik is क्या गला बैठा है? अच्छा तो गाया आपने. And my brother is sobbing like never before. I've never seen him sob like that. Everybody's congratulating me. One of the best performances ever. Then it was shown on cable again. And you know what they edited out of my songs? They edited all the songs of all the stars. मेरे दोनों गाने रखे. They edited the portion where Kritika Desai, she says that Sairam का गला बैठा हुआ था, या he's not well, and that portion they removed, and everything else is on. And somebody meets me when I'm going to Siddhivinayak and says, अरे आप तो सिंगर हैं ना, कैसे आपको भूल सकते हैं? हमारा खुद का केबल है. क्या स्माइल है सर आपका. That specific program. So this is our Bhagwan. And well, इसी के साथ I think I should say goodbye to you all right now, because we have a lot more of speakers and so many other programs coming up. But believe me, friends, this has been an amazing experience. I was awake till 5:30 in the morning, couldn't sleep out of the excitement of coming here. And still, I feel so fresh. Thank you again. Thank you to all my gurus who are present here. Some who are not with us today. All my fellow Bal Vikas. Thank you all so much.
It's the first time I'm facing a situation where I don't have to introduce, neither I need to give vote of thanks to a person. You're a child artist. And absolutely. And the reason is because there are some people or some talent has to be experienced. If you put into words, you are insulting it. So I don't want to put into words to say thank you for coming because you're part of the family. But your life story, whatever little I have got to know, gives me two important lessons which I thought I should share, and that should be the, I will not say word of thanks, it's the offering of gratitude for all of us to Swami. One is There was one episode where one of the devotees asked Swami that, see the talent of the person, he sings so beautifully well. Talent is a gift of God. That's what he made a statement. And Swami intently looked into his eyes and said, no, talent is not gift of God. Talent is God. That is precisely what he said. And to add to that statement, if I add, we heard somebody who is called as Sai Ram. So when you have God and God together, then you have a powerful vibrations on the stage. And that's why I said I don't want to use any words, but I'm supposed to. I'm just doing my duty. Okay, repeat program of Sai Ram. Sai Ram will schedule it soon. Whenever the Sai Ram wins, we have to pray to him. And the last point is, when you are endowed with a talent like this, it's not our making, it's God's making. He gives instincts. And that's why all of us are here. The one has given some talent or the other, which is rare, which is exclusive to us. And that's why this is another opportunity that we offer a gratitude to Bhagavan for whatever talent He has given to us, without which we cannot be. We many times say, I have done this, I have done this, I have done this, but it's He who is doing through us, because the talent is given by Him, the energy is given by Him, everything is given by Him. So it's a reminder. Thank you very much, brother, for making us, giving us this insight through your voice. Unknowingly, you were speaking and singing, but that was bubbling into me that this talent is God and nothing else. So to celebrate this moment and enjoy and take the vibrations back home, may I request Anup Uncle to please come up on the stage to offer a token of love and gratitude to our beloved brother Sai Ram.
Sairam, just would like to request Srimati Devi Rajgopal. She is the Bal Vikas coordinator for Mumbai Metro Region. She's going to address all of you and take us to a very special journey.
Sairam, audible at the back, please. After this beautiful session by Sai Ram, I'm striking a very somber note here because all of us gurus who are assembled here, we are getting our homage from the alumni. But we should not forget that many of our gurus who have passed away, who had dedicated their whole lives for this Bal Vikas program in Mumbai Metro Region. The alumni wants to pay homage to all these gurus who have passed away and are no more with us. And for that, we have made a humble attempt to collect photographs of these gurus. Many photographs have come, but some of them we were not able to trace. But still, even if they are not being shown in the video here, the alumni is paying homage to all the gurus who have passed away and who are no more with us and who have dedicated their whole lives for Bal Vikas. Thank you.
I'm sure all of you, all of us have been moved by this film that we have seen. And so many memories must have been going through all your minds. I can see some sadness, I can see some emotions on all your faces. But I think more than sorrow, we should remember them with joy. We should remember them with joy for everything that they gave us and which they continue to give us through the memories that we have. You know, so teaching never goes away, knowledge never goes away. And so let me take you into a more lighter space. So yesterday I was coming into Dharmakshetra for the practice for today. And people like me, we take an auto, you know. So I take an auto right up to that part. So because walking up is an effort for me. By the time I reach upstairs, I'm in a very bad condition. So I take an auto. Today Swami repaired me and he made me come walking. Because I came by auto and the watchman stopped me right at the entry. Please up gently there. I'm sure I must have lost at least 2 kilos in the process. Though my good friend Shruti, who's a Bal Vikas devotee, will say, Auntie, we lost only 20 grams. But hope's never dying. So yesterday I was walking in, coming in my auto and it was moving fast up the slope. And there was a lot of crowd yesterday. And lots of people, full. And then on the stage I was wondering what is happening. And on the stage there were scores and scores, a sea of tiny faces in white, clad in pure white, high, clear voices. And it was a beautiful, I mean, all of you are used to it, but it is a sight which is very, very beautiful. And I was transported to the special journey last evening as I was walking in, a special world which is inhabited by a Bal Vikas guru and a Bal Vikas child. You know? And years of your hand being held by the Bal Vikas guru as she first teaches you to stand in a line, go patiently towards Swami, don't ask anything, don't give a letter, wait patiently. Then she teaches you to sing and dance and speak. She teaches you to lead your life with honesty and with dignity and with character. And over a period of time, slowly, without your knowledge, she lets go of your hand. And like a mother bird pushing the fledglings out of the nest, she gives you a little push and says, now you fly on your own. And over the years, all of you have grown tall, grown strong, and your Bal Vikas guru has watched with pride and joy. And today all of you come back, and this is your chance to hold that hand one more time, to shed a few tears of joy, to shed a few tears of gratitude for everything that she has done for you. Right? This is your chance to thank her for the special journey that she has taken you through. So, right now we have a few special words which have been written by Srimati Maya, and this is basically their words of gratitude. It's a oath of gratitude for a gratitude offering now. There's an offering of gratitude from all of us to our Bal Vikas gurus, which she is going to administer to you now, and which all of us will repeat after her.
Om Shri Sai Ram. I request all the alumni to kindly stand so that with folded hands, I'll tell each line at a time. And all you gurus, these words might be mere words, but they are followed with a lot of feelings and gratitude for all that you all have done for us. Our dear gurus, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for being our teacher of life and living, loving and forgiving, sharing stories of yore that you creatively brought ashore, for walking that extra mile and playing the role of a mother, lending us your shoulder, nurturing us with his wisdom that only made us stronger. We pay our humblest obeisance to you for investing your life as his instrument, molding the lives of hundreds of children, touching the lives of thousands of families. Dear Swami, we thank you in abundance for making us all a part of this one big family, giving us your golden instruments for 50 golden years. Thank you. Sai Ram.
I'm not a Bal Vikas child. I've never been to Bal Vikas. But all of you have been enriched over the years. So I'm sure all of you know the story of, this little boy Gopal who had to give a gift to his guru and he didn't have anything on his guru's birthday, and how he walks through the forest and the Lord himself gives a pot of curd. All of you know the story. So if I have to ask you today, on this special day when we are venerating our gurus, what is the gift that all of you have brought? You tell me, what do you think is the gift we can give our gurus? We can buy things, we can go to a shop, we can get something. But if you look into the eyes of your guru, you will realize that she has far higher expectations from you, which cannot be bought in a shop. So, the organization is going to pay homage to the gurus and is going to give them a small token of love. But as students, I don't think we can give anything material to our gurus. So as this homage ceremony is going to take place now, and the gurus are going to given a physical token of love. But I request all of you others, at that time, as the gifts are being given, please offer your hearts to your gurus. Please remember what she has taught you. And please renew your promise that you will follow those simple teachings that she has given you. Very, very simple. Of being honest, of being true, and as Nimishi said in the video, of keeping the conscience alive and having the courage to follow our conscience. I think those are the things that our Guru really wants from us. So as this felicitation ceremony is going to take place now, let every one of us bring our Bal Vikas Gurus into our hearts and offer everything we have in our hearts to them.
gurus to please stand up so we can, all of us can see you. Yeah. Sainam? Yeah. Okay. Okay, those gurus at the back who have not got it, thank you, sorry to make you upset. Those gurus who have not got the hampers at the back, just request you to please stand up so we can spot you more easily. Thank you so much, gurus. Gents Bal Vikas gurus. Gents Bal Vikas gurus, request you to please stand up so we can identify you. Anybody on the ladies' side who is yet to receive the hamper? Could you just please? I've got some hampers come this side. Who's pending? Yeah, at the back, there, closer to the bookstall.
ఒక ఉత్తమమైనటువంటి స్థితిని అందిస్తుంది. నేను సేవ చేస్తున్నాను అనేటువంటి అహంకారంతో కాకుండా భగవంతుడు నాకు ఇంటి పవిత్రమైనటువంటి సేవాభావము సేవాకర్మను నాకు అనుగ్రహించాలని ఆనందంతో నీవు సేవ చేయడానికి కోరుకో. ఏది చేసినప్పటికీ తనకు తాను చేసుకున్నట్టుగా భావించుకొని సేవలో మనం పూనుకోవాలి.
The Sri Satya Sai Seva organization has followed the lofty ideals set by Baba and has been rendering selfless service to society ever since its inception. Thousands of medical camps, village service activities, free primary and secondary schools, training activities, water projects, and distribution of food and clothing have been done under its banner.
Om Shri Sai Ram. I am Rajendra Prasad Gaddam, State Lead Coordinator, Mumbai Metro Region.
Om Shri Sai Ram. I am Lata Gurnani, State Lead Coordinator of Mumbai Metro Region.
We have 5 districts in Mumbai Metro Region, namely Mumbai, Navi Mumbai, Thane, Palghar and Kalyan.
Our volunteers are the biggest strength
and the reflection of the quality of seva we offer. There's so many opportunities for everybody to volunteer here.
Under Narayan Seva, youth caters to feeding the deprived section of our society. Youth of Mumbai is doing Narayan Seva every Sunday, up to 1500 people at Dharmakshetra.
This Narayan Seva is being conducted on a weekly basis in Dharmakshetra since the last 60 years.
For a good cook, you can help us making prasad.
Under Gram Seva, youth go all the way to villages and we carry out major projects like giving water to them, then we even construct toilets. We also undertook the project of giving them smokeless coolers and various allied activities there. Youth of Ulhasnagar also participates in a very unique seva of distributing Amrit Kalash to Adivasi villages. Amrit Kalash is a packet of bulky ration comprising of rice, dal, oil and other necessities. Navi Mumbai youth does a very unique activity like cleaning up the Miti river, helping in repairing eco-friendly Ganesha idols and cleaning up the water bodies post-visurgence.
Also, we have a disaster awareness program where you all can get trained, and then after getting trained, we can conduct these workshops in various colleges.
In educational field, at certain Adivasi village schools, youth does various things like providing them notebooks. We have even given them computers, projectors, and taken care of various other needs of the school children.
We have youth awareness program where science approaches colleges and we conduct various activities related to solid values. Then apart from that, if you're a motivational speaker, life coach, career counseling, all these workshops can be held in various colleges and schools.
Sairam, thank you all. So, just for a quick sound check, all those from the first early batches, 69 to 79, give me a loud Sairam. The 80s, say Sairam. The 90s, say Sairam. And the millennial side batches, say Sairam. Thank you so much. Quickly moving on to the next session, we would like to invite our chief guest. Actually, the word guest seems a bit out of place here. He's our brother from Chennai, brother Sai Shravanam. This will be followed by an address, a brief address by Nimish Uncle, who couldn't be with us today. He's traveling on Sai work to Haridwar. Khandwa, sorry, I misheard. They're very, very far away from each other. And then we will have a very small, short address by everybody's guru, dear Swami, closing with Aarti, and then of course nothing ends without Bhojam. Right? So it's my privilege to welcome Brother Sai Shravanam. He is a known name to most people. He's a skilled musician, sound designer, music producer, entrepreneur, known all over the world for the quality he delivers with one point of devotion to furthering classical music in India. As a child prodigy, he was conferred the Yugadi Puraskar for playing the tabla, which he taught himself to play as a young child. In fact, his first public performance was at the tender age of 7. He's also taught himself other percussion instruments. He also plays the piano, is a skilled scorer of music. The list goes on. He has worked on over 500 professional projects, some of which are extremely prestigious and internationally renowned, including the Academy Award-winning film Life of Pi in 2012. In 2015, he's also worked on the famous biopic of Srinivasa Ramanujan, one of the most prolific mathematicians of all time, in the movie The Man Who Knew Infinity. More recently, the government of India conferred the Sangeet Natak Academy Yuva Puraskar in the year 2018 for his contribution to the field of classical arts, music production and sound technology. The Madhura Murali Puraskar was given especially by the famous Dr. Balamurali Krishna for being the only sound recordist who has specialized in recording Indian classical music among many other top artists of the country. I invite Brother Sai Shravanam to please take over the stage. Thank you.
Om Shri Sai Ram. I offer a prayerful pronounce at the lotus feet of my beloved mother, Shri Sati Sai. Respected elders, respected Bal Vikas Gurus, my dear brothers and sisters, Sai Ram to one and all. It's 1:45. We have elderly people sitting here, gurus sitting here for a long time. And this is a moment where every one of us have to understand that the first preference that we give is to the elders and later to anything that I would want to talk to. But having been called for this occasion, I've just witness to this beautiful program. It's so beautifully done. As a Bal Vikas student myself, there are various facets that was spoken about Bal Vikas, character molding, what we are in the corporate world. I mean, there is so much we have taken from Bal Vikas. But I was thinking to myself, I am made to speak last to tell this one important point that Bal Vikas teaches us, to take care of our parents. This is the most important thing that Swami taught me as a Bal Vikas child and continues to teach me all my life. In a quick brief, I was called Shravanam. I never had a name until I was 5 years old because my mother was bent upon the fact that Bhagwan should name me. So I was very fondly called as Pintu. My brother-in-law is here, Ramesh Srinivasan. He also still calls me Pintu. One Swami even called me by that name. When I was 5 years old, Swami gave me the name Shravanam, which means to listen, to hear. Many years later, during my studio's inauguration in Chennai, Swami came up to me and Swami said, "What is the meaning of your name?" I said, "Swami, Shravanam means to listen." And with such a mighty smile, Swami looked at me and Swami said, "See, I have given the correct name. Your life is music and you are a sound designer, which means is to listen, and your name is Shravanam." So what more an acknowledgement from God Himself that every word He speaks is truth. Let me only talk about parent. I had many things that I wanted to speak today regarding Bal Vikas, but I really feel that I must speak only about that now. Swami once told me, what is parent? What do you mean by that? I said, Swami, mother and father. Swami said, no, you have to pay rent to them all your life, and that is why they are parents. It was a very beautiful moment when Swami had come to Chennai, and he called me and he was speaking to me. I had a chance to serve Swami for 10 days in his residence, and Swami said he would want to come home. Swami had come home. My mother had cooked some food. Swami was having food, and Swami looked at me and Swami said, hey, your studio is here. Your mother will call you fondly, Sai, and then you can go down from the first floor, go to the ground floor and serve her as much as you want. And he looked at my mother and said, Ma, what more do you want? Your son is doing music, both your daughters are married, your son is there to help you every second. The moment you call, he would be there, and also get him married. It was nectar to our ears. Swami had just inaugurated my studio. Everything was lovely. His words were glorious. The moment I was engaged, it was just within a month, my mother was diagnosed of an illness in the brain. On the 1st of January in the year 2008, we rushed to Bhagwan to tell him, Swami, Amma is not keeping well. Swami was very, very kind. He had called us for an interview. You know, when he was there in my house, Swami told me, see, get this boy married, daughter-in-law will come, and she will feed you food. And my mother said, Swami, if daughter-in-law comes, I would treat her like a daughter. I would take care of her like a daughter, and I will give her food. Swami said, no, ma, you can rest. She will come, she will cook for you, and she will feed you food. I was married in February of 2008. And just 2 weeks prior to that, my mother had an operation for a brain tumor. And ever since that day she had an operation, her hands were not working. It was my wife who was married and who had to come and feed her. Every single word that Swami spoke was truth and nothing else, just truth. You know, when Swami says a few things to us, we don't realize why he says what he says and at what context he would say. We all have to open up ourselves. And during that course of period when, you know, there are many instances where Swami has touched someone and said, cancer, cancer. My mother was finally diagnosed of brain cancer. You know, he told me, you know, your mother will call you and you can go down and help her. I didn't know that she was going to fall sick when Swami was telling she was a healthy lady. Many, many days were passing on. My mother was giving up on her body. She was losing speech, she was losing her hearing, her limbs were not working. Many of us, we pray to Bhagwan, right? All of us pray to Bhagwan for cure, all of us pray to Bhagwan for something to happen in our family. We want everything well. I wanted my mother to feel back to normal, you know, that Swami would cure my mother of cancer in a moment. If he touches, it's all gone. But Swami trained our family in a completely different manner. He trained us to accept what is given in life. There was a moment when I was with my Swami had given me clear instructions that I should not leave my mother and go anywhere. So there was this one day which was very different from any other day. She had epilepsy and she had fits, you know. Her body was shaking and she was trembling. And it started at 9 in the morning and it wouldn't stop till afternoon 1 o'clock. I didn't know what to do. I kept calling my father. My father wouldn't pick up the phone because he's doing some other eye activity. At about 2 o'clock, lo and behold, I received a phone call from Puttaparthi. I was alone with my mother in the room. There's this Sai brother who called me and said, Sairam, Swami has sent a message for you that you have not had food till now since morning. Swami wants you to go and have food and please call me back on this number and tell me that you have finished your food. I left my mother who was still trembling. I rushed to the kitchen. I had curd rice, By the time I could wash my hands, another devotee from Puttaparthi, I think he was there with Swami, called me up and said, Swami is now happy you have had your food. Every one of us don't realize that he is omnipresent. He is here listening to us. He is right with us. We have an experience of Swami, and then we go back to Swami narrated for him to confirm to us that he is omnipresent. Here, I am in my house right next to my mother, not knowing that Swami was there right next to me, and it was he who had to send information. I'll tell you one more incident. I was there in Sundaram for Mahashivaratri. My mother was at that time, the only faculty that was left for her was speech. I didn't even know if she was able to see me. On Shivaratri day, I just wanted to go to Sundaram, attend the bhajans, take Vibhuti Prasadam and come. It was early in the morning at about 6 o'clock. My mother was calmly sleeping. I left her in the bed. I rushed to Sundaram. I was there only for Aarti. The whole thing was about 15 minutes from my house to Sundaram, bringing Vibhuti back for my mother. It was about, I came back and my mother murmured to me, Swami ki tanni kudu. Go and give Swami some water. I thought my mother was hallucinating because it was brain cancer and tumor was spreading. So I said, Amma, sleep. This is prasadam from Sundaram. Then my mother said, Swami was here sitting next to my feet and he was pressing my feet. I still thought she was hallucinating. I continued my day. At about 8 o'clock, my father had called up from Puttaparthi and he asked me, where were you this morning? I said, Appa, I was here with Amma. He said, Swami asked, Paiye, where is your son? So I assumed that Swami had asked if I was in Parthi. My father told Swami, he is in Chennai taking care of mother, and Swami went in. Knowing that Swami had asked for me, in an impulse, I took a bus that evening and I rushed to Puttaparthi. The moment Swami saw me, you should have seen his face. Swami was enraged. He said, why did you leave your mother and go and come to see me in Sundaram? I said, Swami, I wanted to take your prasadam. Swami said, there is no need for you to come to a temple or come to Puttaparthi or come and see Sai Baba if you are leaving your mother at home like that. See, look at the words from God's mouth. I said, Swami, without your prasadam, without the faith that I get in coming to Sundaram for bhajans, how can I take care of her? And I cried. Swami said, you don't need to call my name. You don't need to come to Sundaram for bhajans. If you can take care of your mother as much as you can, I will come in search of you. And Swami continued telling, I had to come all the way. And Swami said, there was no ramp in your house to come. Swami said, I couldn't walk. Swami said, I came, I sat next to your mother. Papam, her legs were paining. So I was pressing her legs until you came. That was a moment of revelation for me that it was Swami, you cannot take Swami for granted. And Bal Vikas taught me how to take care of parents. And I continue to do that with my father. Small incidents. Yesterday I was coming from the airport to here and I was very hungry. It was an odd-timed flight. In Uber, I opened a pack of rusk and I took a bite. It was so loud in the AC car. So knowing that the driver was there, I offered the rusk to him. No, very shyfully he took a piece of rusk and he was having it. I took my second piece and I offered one more rusk to him. He had it, and when he dropped me in this gate and I paid him, he looked at me and he said, Sir, I've been driving for the last 10 years. So many people eat in my car, but nobody has offered me food. You have offered me food. This is what Bal Vikas has been teaching me. And very quickly I'll tell you one more incident. I was in Mexico last year and I was walking past a church. I wanted to enter the church and I left my footwear outside. I walked into the church. The pastor saw me, I was the only person, and then he saw me, it was cold. He saw me and he said, "You can wear your slippers." I said, "No, it's okay," and I walked around the church. He asked me, "Why did you leave your slippers outside?" I said, "In India, I've been taught that when we come into a temple or a place of worship, we have to be clean, not just with our minds, but also with our physical body. So we have our bath, and when we go inside the temple, we leave our footwear outside." And I said, even a physical impurity need not come in a place of worship so that it could be maintained as a sanctum sanctum. The next day when I walked past the church, there was this big board that said, "Leave your footwear outside." This is what Swami has inculcated in us. I've been listening to every one of you, such beautiful experience. Talent is God. Look at Sairam brother. So amazing. Swami has bestowed everything on us, but we must remember that we must be befitting to receive the grace of Bhagwan. I told Swami once after I received a very, very prestigious award, "Swami, all I need is your grace." You know, Swami very spontaneously, quickly looked at me and Swami said, "My grace is there like a rain." Swami said, "If you keep yourself like a rock, it will fall on you and it will wither away. If you keep yourself like sand, I will fall on you and it will be marsh and it will be of no use to anyone." And Swami said, "If you are like an ocean, all your ego bloated up, when my grace falls on you, it's insignificant." Swami said, "You must keep yourself like a sweet water pond. And when my grace falls on you, you would grow bigger and bigger and bigger." That's how beautifully Swami had spoken about grace. I thank every one of you all for having invited me to participate in this wonderful event. The word guest of honor is very, very wrong. None of us are guests. Every one of us are children of Swami. Every one of us. Without Swami, we have nothing left in our lives. And I was thinking to myself, why am I here for this 10-minute talk? I tell myself again and again, it is not for me to address you all, but for me to remember Bhagwan more and more in my life. So Swami ensures that he pulls us back in his noose. He wants us to remember him even more. And let us from today ensure that not a single moment in our life we should forget Swami in anything we do. Jai Sai Ram.
Sai Ram. Thank you, brother. These few minutes are words for all of us to live by. And so profound and so much meaning. The simplest thing is that we as Bhagwan's students, as students of his Sri Sathya Sai Bal Vikas, have the power to influence the world. Imagine one person influencing a church in Mexico, which is so many thousands of miles away. And another thing that we learn is implicitly obeying the word of God, spending years and years in service of one's parents. The parents are, after all, the third limb of the Sri Sathya Sai Bal Vikas, because they are the ones who introduced us as young children to the Bal Vikas Guru, thereby completing a beautiful golden triangle. I request Kamla auntie to please come forward and felicitate Brother Sai Shravanam as a small token of our love for coming all the way and sharing his experiences with us. Thank you so much. We will now be closing today's wonderful gathering with Bhagwan's Aarti. To all the gurus who have been given these tiny, cute little tea lights, if you just turn it upside down, you can see there's a black switch. So you can just turn that, and in this digital age, it's a wonderful way to offer Aarti to Bhagwan. We will now close the session with Aarti. And at the end, you can turn it off. Our volunteers will come and collect it from you. I request Brother Sairam Iyer and Brother Sai Shavnam to please come onto the dais and offer Aarti.
Lunch is been served outside. Anand put it on the top. So request everybody to have take Mahaprasadam and leave the rooms. Thank you. Salam.
Saira, those gurus who are not in a position to climb up because it's quite a climb, they will be served food here outside. So please be seated. Saira.
All right,